Hi Cancer, thanks ever so much for watching, and thanks for all the views last week as well. I really appreciate seeing more and more people tuning in and watching. Helps to get the word out, which is great. So 3-card Tarot for the sign of Cancer for early June 2019. I'm asking for 3 cards please for the sign of Cancer for early June 2019. Ooh, there's one falling out. Let's put in there. Okay, right, and another. We'll take that as a significator, and we'll ask for another 3, please, for the sign of Cancer for early June 2019. Okay, and what have we got? Oh, right. So is the significator that fell out? Okay, Cancer. What we've got here is the Hermit. He is number, was he? He's number 9. I should remember that, shouldn't I? 1 before X, 1 before 10, 9. So X1 would be 11. It goes like that in Roman numerals. But there we go. You know, a bit of intrigue there about this card, actually, because we can see Alice waving goodbye and she doesn't look happy. And this doesn't actually look like a really good card on first view. In most of the decks, it's a bit on the dark side. It's actually quite bright in Tarot in Wonderland. I'm reading from here because I enjoy its wacky images and actually very closer to the meaning of life. I think when we go into the wacky side of things a bit, because things are a bit wacky, aren't they? And hopefully things are going to get de-wackified to a certain extent for you guys, Cancer, because the Hermit is riding away. Alice is sorry to see him go, but this is all part of Alice maturing into a woman. That's really the journey we're on in this particular deck, and so take that as a metaphor for the tarot journey that you and I are on, friends. Okay, so she's waving goodbye, but it's not forever, and it's not really a negative thing. It's just, you might almost say, growing pains. Okay, now in this reading, actually, we've got 2 quite dark cards, and then we finish with quite a light card. So I can see going through a time of darkness, but I don't feel it's negative darkness, friends. Not at all. Sometimes the alchemy of turning darkness into light just involves going quiet, and we're looking at a really quiet time in early June 2019 for you guys, Cancer. Okay, card number 1, it's number 13, and of course that is the Death card there. Now then, this is actually a much less scary image than in many of the tarot decks, and this is a really good. That's something I like about this card in this deck particularly. It isn't a negative thing when we get to the Death card, because that is really, it's killing off old things that no longer serve us, things that no longer suit us. And in this case, we can see that Alice has just really blown the candle out. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, she's blown the candle out. She's blown the candle out, Cancer. She's eaten the cake that says "Eat me." She's drunk from the bottle that says "Drink me." So she's on her way to Wonderland. And another reason I like the Wonderland deck is I think really it's the Sunderland deck, which is the town I grew up in, where the author of the Alice in Wonderland books was most impressed in a museum in Sunderland by a stuffed lion. And that apparently is the forerunner of the grinning Cheshire Cat. That's where that came from. So Alice is in Wonderland, or is it Sunderland? Who knows? Who cares? The point is Alice represents a little bit of all of us. And she is kind of the theme of this deck, really. And the theme of any deck is really about you, the person getting the reading, not even about the reader. Although we develop an intimate relationship with our decks and we use them to death as well. But we got the Death card here, okay? And this is really about snuffing out something that no longer suits you, no longer serves you. It's just shutting a door so that a new door can open. Okay, so right at the beginning there, that is a really positive thing, actually, because we do have to get the CRAP out of the way before we go on. I don't swear. I swear in real life. I'm real, okay, but I don't swear on this channel. It's just no need for it. There's no need. Okay, so Death is the first card. The second card, though, is Strength. Now, this begins to look very positive. We're looking at connections to other people here, and it is also, it's the second, gosh, they're all major arcana cards in this spread, so this is around you, and this is really kind of personal and intense, what's going on here. So we've got Strength. It's number 8. Okay, and although there's almost a kind of question, is she strong enough? You can see from the look on her face there, she's not at all sure that she can handle this, but you and I know that she can, and she's clutching on to the deer there. Okay, in the in the Rider Waite, for example, that most people kind of would see as the traditional tarot images, they're not, but they are in from like the 20th century onwards, the traditional images. The woman has got her hands in a lion's mouth, and it's very calm situation. She's not in any danger, as we would expect to be in danger if we put our hands in a lion's mouth. And it just shows that you can cope. Yeah, Alice copes with this in the story, in the whole tarot journey, and you can cope with what's coming around. Now, it is actually another very dark card in colour. Yeah, there's the death card there that we started with. Okay, and then we come on to the strength card. But really, the strength here is you see the beginning of the strength here, because Alice is strong enough to blow out the candle. That's what makes the difference. She's strong enough to leave the past behind, even though she doesn't know what's coming. And what starts happening? Strength. And strength is number 8. So that really is going somewhere, because 8 is the number of eternity, of course. And it's also the number of as above, so below, the old Hermetic saying, which is very true in any kind of area of magic, of divination, anything like this, basically, because what we've got here is a connection between, I would call it the afterlife. I'm a medium. You could call it what you like, the universe, but believe me, I'm convinced that we have a life outside of this world. There may be different explanations for that, but I'm convinced that that is actually a fact. Okay, excuse me, let me just quickly take a drink of tea. Earl Grey, honey, and a nice healing cup today. Bringing some healing energy. And the healing starts here, because this is the last of the 3 cards. And it is actually number 3, and it's the Empress. So there's a nice synergy, isn't there? It's card number 3 in the spread has come up as actually card number 3 in the major arcana. And look at the light in this card, okay? We've got purple here, which is a double-edged thing, okay? It's a very rich colour. It's a colour of healing. It's also a colour of mourning. But then the reason it's a colour of mourning is that there's always some light going to come in. When we're in a situation of mourning for the past or mourning for a person, then light is going to come in, because it's not our natural state. Sooner or later, people begin to see the light. And here's the light actually flooding in. They're not just beginning to see it. These characters have been aware of this light for a long time. Alice has been growing towards it, yeah, and she is actually helping the Empress to get dressed properly. So we've got kind of reversal of adult and child here. You may find yourself, Cancer, helping somebody who would be the last person you would think would need your help. But take note of that, Cancer, and believe that you are magic, that you have got abilities, that you have got gifts, because you have. And that is how it works. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask for 3 more cards, please, and get some more clarity on this. So, first of all, can you tell me more, please, about number 13, the Death card in this reading for the sign of Cancer for early June 2019? That's early June 2019 for the sign of Cancer. Tell me more about the Death card, please. And what have we here? Oh, this looks much nicer than the Death card. And it shows the positive sides to things. Okay, right. By the way, the Death card is Scorpio energy. Okay, could be. If it was a suit card, I'd say this was a Scorpio person coming around you. But we're more looking at kind of people seeing the world in black and white, and this may be why you need to close the door on the past. But it's a significator card for that one. This is telling us more about number 13, Death. It's the 9 of Pentacles, so we're very, very close to completion, looking at it like that. So what we're actually snuffing out is not really the end. Well, it might be the end of something in terms of something that no longer suits you, but it's definitely an ending that's coming straight towards a new beginning. The sky is beautiful there, isn't it? Some clouds in the sky, but they're nice clouds. I'd be slightly concerned if we never saw clouds in the sky. I mean, that would really make all the conspiracy video guys. That would really kind of appeal to them. And I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, I must admit. You know, I can't believe everything's as straightforward as they say it is. Nothing straightforward in life, my friends, and nothing straightforward in tarot. Okay, Alice has got the raven there, and I'm sure it's a raven, not a crow, because I live with lots of crows around me, and crows have yellow beaks. She's also walking on a checkered path there. Okay, so now we come to the Strength card. I'm going to ask, tell me some more please about the Strength card for the sign of Cancer in the early month of June 2019. That's early June 2019 for Cancer. Tell me some more please about the Strength card for Cancer. Right, okay. Now then, we have, it's a reversed one. It's the Queen of Pentacles, and she's reversed. I'll just flip it over so we can have a look. Now this is one of my, I just really like this sheep lady character in here. She's the sheep shopkeeper, and Alice goes into the sheep shop, and before she gets a chance to buy anything at all, the sheep shopkeeper takes her on a long journey across water. Very mysterious, very mystical journey, and she learns all kinds of new things. And then she comes back to the sheep shop. Well, they both come back to the sheep shop, and this lady tells Alice she can take whatever she wants. So Alice decides she'd like to take an egg. But the sheep shopkeeper says, well, you know, you take the egg, help yourself. I can't give you the egg. I can't hand you the egg. That would never do. And we never find out exactly why that would never do. But that's the mystery, you know, of the tarot, of Wonderland, and of human life, my friends. In terms of strength, though, it's come up upside down. So what we're looking at is a wait and see, and that's, you know, going to have to be strong and wait and see, because things just aren't ready for this to happen yet. But it's most definitely in the offing, Cancer. It's a coming up. Okay, let's ask now for a bit more clarity, please. Tell me some more about the final card in this spread. Number 3, the Empress, which we've got for the sign of Cancer in early June 2019. Tell me more about the Empress, please, for Cancer, early June 2019. And we have the Ace of Wands. Now, we got the Ace of Wands for Gemini only a few minutes ago before I hung up the old new wall hanging again, all nice and clean. Only I got it inverted in that case, meaning kind of things weren't quite ready to start happening yet. But look at the light in this. This is the right way up. It's the Ace of Wands. It's brilliant inspiration coming in. It's the ability to really do something. One of the great things about the Suit of Wands is the kind of the alchemy of making something real out of the world we live in. We're looking at fire sign here possibly as well coming around this situation. It's like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, one of those three. I feel a masculine energy in this case actually. So this is help coming in, but it's help, it's a like-minded person, you know. It's help along the lines of what you've been looking for, what you're trying to manifest in your life, Cancer. So I think this is going to be a very special early month of June for you guys, okay? This card is just fantastic. It's the very last one I've pulled out in the whole spread. So, you know, read into that what you will, but that's where the journey's taken us. Okay guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Thumbs up please if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe and don't forget to tap that bell to make sure you get all the notifications. Leave me a comment, we'll share the journey, and I'm really pleased to have this background back and everything back to normal. And sooner or later everything does get back to normal, so make the most of the opportunity that's coming your way, Cancer. Have a good one. Peace.